so continue on with not continue on, start a new what I should say. This time we are what are we doing? This time we are it's the last Nuzlocke. Well, probably depends on what happens. Uh, Another attempt at a Nuzlocke. This time we're doing we'll try with Quaxly. It was the Pokemon we used in our original playthrough. We'll try that out. And if we get to the same point that I did last time, then I feel like I've gone as far as I can really go with it. At least for the time being. I gotta remember to before I start to remove the switch and put it back in again, just so that the sound is back in sync again. But yeah, it's gonna be the oh, I say it's the last one. It's like it's not. It's the next what 3 days or so we'll be playing Persona 5 Tactica because I have access to that. We're gonna play Persona 5 Tactica, and that will be the streams for that. And then depending on what happens here, we get past where we. Just depends on what happens. We tried with Fuecoco and Sprigatito. We died in the same around the same spot both times. If we get further or not as far with, if we get not as far or at the same point as we did with Quaxly, then I think I'll just move on and do something different because the only way for me to progress at that point would be to grind, and I just don't. That doesn't feel natural to me. I mean, and we did it. The second run did improve. Like catching the Pokemon first was better because it gave us more levels, and also having certain things happen was good as well. So, hopefully, what will happen is we get a unique. Because again, last time we all the Pokemon that we got were different. All the Pokemon we were able to get were different, which is nice. Maybe this time will be the same because again, we got a water type instead, so obviously we can change that with something else. But yeah, the other two attempts ended in the same spot. The only thing I need to remember is to get super potions before the Team Starbase and get catch the Pokemon first before training them and make sure I have certain Pokemon that can lead in to do stuff. I think that's about it from what I can remember. So we'll just see how that all goes. There's nothing else I really need to carry on with that as well. In this case, what else have we got? I'm not sure what else I really need to say. This is the Quaxly attempt. Could be the fun. If we end in the same point or before, it'll be the last time I do one of these. If we get past the point that we do, obviously we'll continue on with doing it, but we won't do it for the next couple of days because we're going to work on Persona 5 Tactica instead. So with Persona 5 Tactica, we will do that. And what else have we got? I think that's about it. Like this, what we're doing next is already to be discussed. What we're doing here is fine. So it's pretty much going to be the same thing, except we use Quaxly instead of Brigatito. Hopefully it all plays out well and works. See how it goes. I think that's about it. Same thing's gonna happen as it did last time. If we get to the same point, then I think if we get past it, then we'll continue, but we won't do that for the next couple of days, because we have Tactica to play. And also, we have Tactica to play, and we also have other stuff to think. And obviously, this will be the last. Like once I get to 100 followers, that's when the next one will start. I think it's all the same. It's just text speed changes, manual boxes, autosave off, the cutscenes on, rumble off. That's pretty much what's gonna happen. So Persona 5 Tactica for the next couple of days. You know how things go, and also we get to the same point, we won't do any more. But if we get past the point that we do, then that would be I'll keep going. And then I know at least there's a formula that I can use to get to there. See how this changes, how much different it is. I feel like it's going to be different to the thing, because again, we start off with Bug and Grass Gym. That's obviously not going to be good for Quaxly, but I think that's about it. See how it goes. But everything's all ready to go for Persona 5 Tactica. I've already got all the guides, I've already got all the layout set out, I've already got all that stuff done. we can somehow continue what we did last time, it would be a good pace, but I feel like it's going to be more difficult to do that. First, like 2 or 3 Pokemon are the well, actually no, the third Pokemon's different because we have Diglett instead of. Alright, I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll wait. Yeah, I think that's what I'll wait. Instead of grabbing Yungoos, I'll grab Diglett if I can find one. Like, you can go so far in the cave, so what I'll do is we'll look around first, and we'll see if we end up finding only Yungoos there, then obviously I'll grab that. But if I find Diglett, then if I find Diglett, then that means that we can go and do that. Like that would be better to. Yeah, we're gonna pick Quaxly because tried yet. I think that was. I'm trying to think. That was the only thing that I thought that I could have done is grabbed Diglett instead of Yungoos, but I still don't think it matters because we still would have been. I'll try and do this while I'm mashing through all the text and stuff. Save time. Oh right, I've already got Quack. I've already grabbed it. Already got 2 of them. Actually, no, this is a different one. Like, I feel like we're still like, well, Lorth will still get handled the same way because we're at a type disadvantage. I think actually it's pretty much the same if you think about it. Yeah, it'd be pretty much the same. We've got a type disadvantage in the first 2 gyms. Claws we can handle fine. Starfall Street, I believe, because Quaxly becomes water fighting means that we get an advantage if it gets to that point. And then Bombardiers, so we kind of have, depending on how high, what moves we gain access to, we might be good. The first 2 Pokemon pretty much don't change. So I always have, because Lechunk's technically the first encounter that you get. So I do that. We'll just see how this run goes. No point in me trying to analyze what's going to happen until after it's getting right. Alright, so I gotta remember that Los Platos has no spawns in it. So, and I gotta remember that one of the areas after Pogo Path becomes Southern Province Area 1, which is why I was able to get certain things. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here though, because if we find the Relts, I could go and get the Relts again because it's rare. But if I don't find the Relts in that area, then what I'll probably go for is something different. Might go for Wooper again. I don't want to risk, I'm pretty sure if I hit it again it won't die, but I don't want to risk losing the encounter. Chomp back in. Add. Bullets. Pretty much we get the same, first two Pokemon are always the same, and sometimes the third Pokemon's the same just because I think I can get the Diglett. If hopefully we can get Diglett because that at least covers something. Gives us something to be able to, I guess we'll just see what happens. So I gotta remember that the area that we're in right now is Pogo Path, but then once we get to the Inlet Grotto, that's another area, but then this area here that's before Los Platos, since I was considered Southern Province Area 1. I need to remember, like, that's where, that there's a spawn that I can get there. I think that also saved some time too. There we go. Not young goose. So, yeah, I didn't even realize that it was possible to get Diglets in here until, I didn't realize it was possible to get a Diglett in here until later, so at least now we have a ground type. Which would actually benefit us a little bit more because getting the ground type would actually benefit us a little bit more with the than having just another normal type. This might change my choice in... Might change my choice for, what is it called? Might change my choice for, what we do for, the next route, because, I no longer need to go for Poison Ground, because I have the Diglett for Ground type. So I'll see if we get the routes, I'll grab the routes, because that's Psychic Fairy. So that's gonna, in general, be better. That means I can stick with just using, Gardevoir for Psychic Fairy, but there might be some other Pokemon there that I can get for dual typings. And guess we'll just have to see what we do for that. And we'll have a look and see what we have to do. Might be something that could work. We don't need the ground type. I have a ground type right now. And fighting type I don't need because Quaxly becomes fighting, I believe. And then at that point, if we get the rare routes, then I'll get the routes. If I don't get the routes, then I'm not sure what other dual typings I have access to. I guess I'll have to see. This one doesn't count because we're still on Poké Path, and we already have the Poké Path, already got the Poké Path spawn. Alright, so now we're in South Province Area 1. So we've got, Bug type, I don't want Psyduck because I've already got Water, which means I don't want Azurill either. Punk we've already got. That's grass. I can't remember what Pokemon that is. I don't remember which Pokemon that one is. I've actually never seen that one there before. I want to see if that was a shiny for a second. I thought I saw something. Alright, never mind. Never mind. Like I already said, like if we found the routes, I would use the routes. The higher level routes as well. So I said that if we found the routes, I would use that. I said I would use the routes because it's a Psychic Fairy. And this is a higher level one as well, so this will actually help. I think the last one I found was like on level 3. We'll use routes instead. Yeah, I was looking for a, I was looking for a, another dual type, but it's like, we can go Psychic Fairy, like this will, Oh, it's a female actually. We can't do that. Wait, actually, female routes. Can't remember which one it is. It's either I think if it's a male route, it's if it's a male route, it can only evolve into Gallade. If it's a female, it can go to either. Or is it the opposite? I can't remember. What am I going to call this actually? Because the female God of War this time. Realize it was not that. I don't think there's anyone else that uses like. But no, I could probably just do this. That's our catch for this area, but makes sense for me to catch because I think that was out of all the stuff that I had a choice for. It was the only dual type and psychic, fairy, and it's gonna always be God of War because of it being female. So I mean, again, if I didn't get the rare route spawn, I would have picked something else. But we got the route spawn. Now we'll go back to fight all the trainers and train up a bit. Getting it at a bit higher level might be beneficial here. We had a, because like here I feel like my choices are either always going to be Plat and Wooper or routes if we get the rare route spawn, because Paldean Wooper is Poison Ground. I guess I didn't go over the rules. I should have done that before while I was thinking of it. Essentially, the rules of the Nuzlocke are if nickname of our Pokemon, if a Pokemon dies, it's dead forever, and if on each route of the game, we're only allowed to catch one Pokemon. We'll get one encounter, and if we get a if we kill the encounter, that casts it goes away. If we get the encounter, we can catch things. Then the exceptions to that are if we find a shiny, which means I can catch it. If it's a duplicate, meaning like I find another Lechonk, then that doesn't count. And if I get something that's in the same species, so if I get a Curlier, for example, then that won't count either. Pretty much all the rules are. For at least what I'm doing anyway. I gotta remember that this area that we're going to is also considered Area 1, so not to catch a Pokemon here, because I think I made that mistake in the previous stream. Not the previous stream, but the one after that. go and check. We don't use. I don't use. Fast travel just in the off chance that we do find shiny, because again it increases the amount of Pokemon we can have and stuff. Is what's very useful. Didn't really use TMs either, but I didn't use TMs at all during my playthrough at all in any of the game actually, but mainly because I pretty satisfied with the moveset that everything else had as we were going and stuff. And I noticed that Pokemon were learning moves a lot. They were learning moves a lot sooner. They're learning moves a lot sooner. Also gotta try and think what's weak against, Bug type is... I'm not sure what Bug's weak to. I know Bug's weak to fire? I don't remember. I have so much trouble figuring out what some of the more obscure types are. Yeah. I should have swapped out immediately. I would have got the extra attack in because of electric type moves doing nothing to things. So let's just. I should just be able to just keep spamming Scratch until it dies. We'll give Diglett level up, nice level up as well. Completely counteracts any of the just completely counteracts the fun of the electric moves. Realize how low. Just realized this now. My Diglett is level 6, I think, and it's only got like 17 HP. That seems really, really low. I guess the reason its HP is so low is that its defense is high, but that does seem really low. Level 7 to be that low on, like, considering our starter has like thing, but Diglett has really low HP. I'm guessing its defense is really high, but to make up for it. Just realized now, because we got Wing Attack on Quack, so that pretty much covers the first 2 gyms. And then Cloth is covered by that as well. And if we get fighting moves, that would cover Dark type for both of the. Well, Bombardier would be. Bombardier is, I think, still going to be the problem. It's going to be similar to the other playthrough, where Bombardier could be the problem. Need to get better used to what types are weak to what. I just realized I needed to, like... Diglett nearly died. That's, I'm gonna need to... Not risking our Pokemon dying. Let's just have everyone go in and fight this thing. May as well just have every Pokemon go in and fight it. At least this way we get to hear more of the Team Star theme. Everyone gets to hear more of the Team Star theme now because of the... Yeah, I should have swapped into a... I couldn't remember what type Shooter was. And then when I did, it's like, oh, it was killing everything. Fine. That was just me not thinking. Right, at least that's something. Like I got that out of the way. Alright, so far so good, apart from me getting confused with the, typings and stuff, but, I think we're in a similar situation that we were with, previous run, where we should be, the only thing I think we need to worry about is the Bombardier, although, if I'm thinking about even with the Bombardier, it's like if Quaxly gets a fighting move, then I can probably use Quaxly on the Bombardier, so we might be fine with that. I have Diglett for Diglett. The problem is that Diglett is ground, so Diglett can get hit by flying attacks. That would be really bad. We might be better off somehow with this team. Like, I would like to be able to get past where we got stuck. Because the furthest I've reached is the Team Star... First that I reached was the first team star base. And, if I'm able to use fighting type moves, that would be really good and on the fun. Now, in this case, I don't know what I'm going to do, because I guess in this case, we would replace Lechonk with another type of Pokemon. So I already have Diglett. But then Diglett can also potentially be replaced later on, because it's on the ground, I believe. But Diglett's still better than Yungoos at this point. Ground type, so at least it has an advantage over normal. I know that I said I was fine beforehand, but it's like First two gyms are covered by Quaxly. Cloth is covered by Quaxly. If we get fighting type moves, Bombardier is covered by Quaxly. And then if we get fighting type moves, the first team starbase is also covered by Quaxly. And then everyone else might not even need to thing. It just depends on if it keeps using Wicked Talk, constantly putting our Pokemon to sleep, that's going to be bad, but I also got times where that didn't happen, and beforehand we're going to buy Super Potion, so this one might actually work out. It would be kind of funny because it's also the one that seemed that we didn't do a Nuzlocke originally, but didn't do a Nuzlocke originally, so but it would be the same gym that we did the. And see, this thing makes it so confusing as well, where it's like, if I don't follow a guide. If I don't follow a guide for this game, which gym will be facing first? Like, that's another reason why I liked what Sword and Shield did, because with Sword and Shield you had the wild area, which is like its own separate thing. In Sword and Shield you had its own. In Sword and Shield you had your own separate thing. With the wild area. And then, like, you still had the routes. You still had the towns as their own, like, separate thing. So, to me, I feel like that works out a little bit better. I just like the idea of knowing what... I think that this game here is probably one of the harder Nuzlockes to do, only because, yes, there are a lot of regions you can pick from, but you're going to have to go out of your way to thing, whereas at least in the other games, you can slowly work your way around. You know, again, the first game, you have to go to Pewter City, which then you have to get to the next area, you have to go to Mount Moon. So and then you have to go to other areas. It's a lot easier to figure out, like, where to grab stuff. You have more Pokemon that you can back up on. I'm not sure if I'm not hitting the A button or if it's the controller. I'm pretty sure we have to go to Clavel at this point. And from this point we get the choice to... And from this point we get to leave and what we have to do. Again, I gotta go through and decide which Pokemon I'm gonna use again. I think here I got Fletchling. I'm still thinking here that I get Fletchling because Fire Flying. I don't have any Flying type Pokemon. Or any, I don't think there's anything that's here. Everything, I think a lot of the other stuff that's here is, like, I could go for Grass, but I don't know if I'd go, what Grass type I would necessarily want. Like, I could go for Grass Flying, but then that would probably not... That probably would not work out. I still think Firefly, having that, I think having Fletchinder is actually... I think having Fletchinder is better, yeah, because again, like, that worked out last time, having the Fletchinder. And I can use it on the... And I can use it on the first two gyms. So I can have two Pokemon that are on a good level. I think Fletchinder might actually be the choice that I think making certain decisions is just better. Like, in getting the Fletchinder there, because getting a flying type of some sort, whether that be Rookidee, Flying Steel, or Fire Flying, and Fire Flying would be useful for the first two gyms. It would actually be better than what we currently have, because the first two gyms would allow us to level up the Fletchinder a little bit as well. So we can have two Pokemon on the same level, which is what I had last time. So the aim would be... I already got to the point where I didn't have any Death Sun Cloth, so I guess the next thing would be getting a Death Sun Bombardier. Yeah. So that, yeah, I guess that would work. Just... I think getting, I think the only thing that I would want is, I think getting the Fletchinder would be better. So I'm trying to remember what else is on the route that I've seen. I think I'll just go with Fletchinder. Like, it'll look very similar to the previous team that I had, but again, like, things will change up itself. Like, we won't get the Choodle because we already have the water toy. So I might end up getting... Mischievous might be good as well, because that's a ghost. But we have to be there, get that there at night. Gym first, and then, need to, see what, we have. Okay, but I'm thinking Fletchling is gonna be the... Thinking that Fletchling will be the choice that we make here. Again, because Fletchling would be good against both gyms, and I can use it as my... Again, my plan would be to use it as a secondary backup to Quaxly if something goes wrong. So I swapped out of my starter, whereas in the Bombardier fight I won't need to swap out with my starter because I'll have water is good against rock, so that's not going to do anything. Water's good against rock, and flying type's not going to do anything to us because it's... Well, actually, it would if it was fighting, but it's not fighting. So I got Serrape. That's normal flying. I don't want that. I mean, if I can get a fire flying, I get that instead because it's better than just normal generic flying. Could get like Sunkern or something like that. I don't like the grass types here. A Reap, but that's only electric. I'm thinking getting Fletchling. At least that's two Pokemon that two Pokemon that are the Fire Flying when it evolves. That covers two types that I won't have. I feel like at some point I'm gonna replace the Diglett with something. I think going for... Because again, I did Fletching last time, but that's... Fletchling was also what worked. So I think going for Fletchling a second time is also beneficial. Because like there's Badu here, there's Sunkern, and it's like but it's like I don't think those are going to be great choices. And like I don't think Kricketot they want either. So I think Fire Flying is better right now because I don't have a... Obviously, I would like to get to a point where I have all the main evolution types. not the evolution, the starter type, so fire, water, and grass. I'll have to figure out where I'm going to get the grass typing from. I'm thinking that it might be a good idea to grab a... Might be a good idea to go and grab grab a fletchling. Grab a fletchling and then we'll go and but I don't want squab it, because we've already got a normal type. Right here. I mean, for Doe is an equally buff. It's like no, I don't think. I think we just go for fletchling. Lowered my attack, which is good, so to do less damage. That means we don't worry about it dying. And then for the gyms, I'll throw fletchling at the start, like I did last time, and use the Terra Crystal. Should get some good levels up. My starter I'll use on Cloth. Yeah, I think fletchling is too good to not use. Considering what happened in the last run, where we had like it'll and it eventually becomes and of course we're gonna call it Phoenix because it rose from the ashes and it's going to come in handy when the next time we use it. Let's so when I get to the gym area, I'm gonna put it on the front. That way, it should be able, with the Terra Crystal active, it should be able to do. With the Terra Crystal active, it should be able to just destroy everything in the gym area. And then Cloth we'll deal with when we have Cloth we can deal with our starter. So it's the last time, and then Bombardier and the other one. If we get fighting moves on Quaxly, then that means that should be able to. If we get fighting moves on Quaxly, we can use that in the Team Star base. And fighting's also good against. Actually, yeah, fighting might be really good against Reverum because I believe Reverum takes on the. So it's dark because it's the dark. So I think it takes on whatever the leader is. So I think it's like Steel Dark. So I believe Steel Dark is 4 times weak to fighting moves. So if we can get a fighting type attack on a decent Pokemon, that would actually be really good, I think. I think that's how it worked. I think it's. I'm pretty sure fighting's good against both Steel and Dark. I've also gone for an electric type, but again, that's just one type. I'd rather go for 2 types. 2 types is better than 1. And I might be able to get electric elsewhere. So, I'm also thinking what I should do is when I get the chance to use certain things, I should just swap out so that certain Pokemon get stronger. So like with this Fletchling, right? We need to get it a little bit higher level so that it does a little bit more, has a bit of an easier time in the gym. If I can get to the same point that I was before, and we have a backup, we have 2 Pokemon around level 20, I think we should be okay. Which is where we were actually heading towards if Fletchinder didn't die. Drifloom is Flying Ghost. I don't have anything that's good against... I think Flying, I don't have anything. Ghost is weak to Dark, we don't have any Dark moves. I think that's a good plan, though, to have both Pokemon, because if Fletchinder didn't die against Bombardier, we would have had 2 Pokemon in the 20s range, by the time that we would have gone and fought the, Dark-type gym. Not Dark, the Dark-type Team Star. Poison... much we get to a point where we can. Yeah, so I think that's what we do. We do the same thing that we did last time, except we make sure that we should be able to keep Fletchinder alive because we don't need to use Fletchinder anymore. Well, for things we can use Quaxly instead. Pretty sure this is just going to keep using Harden, so it's fine. They love it really fast, actually. Really, really fast for some of those. But again, we should be able to solo the first gym. Doing pretty well with this. We're kind of at the same point. This is ground type, so we're gonna should be able to swap out to. Actually, it's a ground type. We can just. I think the Fletchinder is around the same point that it was in the previous. Alright, considering all the problems that I've had with this thing, I'm gonna save before we do the olive roll because I've had times where it's broke multiple times. I don't know why it does it. It just breaks. Granted, it hasn't like made it so that I've lost my progress, but I'd rather not risk it. Right, before we do that, let's swap. My intention is to go and use we'll use Flish into the hallway. Quaxly is going to get used quite often, but you know, I want to try and have both of them be. I want to try and do the same thing I did before. Have both of them be around level 20, hopefully. Alright, let's see if we get a rare EV spawn or not. Rebuff. I'm gonna save just in case. And we're not gonna use our ride Pokemon here. Last two times it broke. First time it got stuck, and the second time we entered the ride Pokemon and it sent us backwards and up into the air, and we were up in the air constantly, and I had to restart. The first fight was a little bit scary, but I think it was because I used Ember instead of Peck. But here I know that I can use Peck here with the Terrestrial Ice Crystal and should be okay. Sorry, I misunderstood. I did the what's the same thing. But we should get like 2 levels from this fight. And I'm fine with it reducing attack because I still am going to do damage, a lot of damage. And it got a crit. It got a crit, and we got a crit on it, and we were reduced by damage twice. I'm gonna save the game again. Just because I just noticed there's more graphical problems. Anytime I spot like some graphical things, I'm gonna make sure I save just in case. The game can. I've never had the game crash. I don't think while I played it, but I know that like during speedruns and stuff, like there are people that every so many hours or so they close the game down because I believe there is a chance that. All right. Again, we're gonna keep keep our what is it? Keep our starter in the lineup. Now, I remember last time we did get a Tediosa that had Fury swipes on it, but it's like, well, what can you really do about that? Like, hope it doesn't hit for too many times. Okay, so I'm thinking here that I should swap out only because, if I don't kill the Teddiursa in one shot, it could do Fury Swipes that could hit for multiple times and kill us, so just to be safe, I'll go for... I'll swap into the starter. We'll still get experience from the thing. It's, at least with my starter, we're a little bit closer in level, so it won't do as much damage, and we have more HP. Although I guess I could have just healed instead, but I don't think it really matters. I don't think it matters in terms of the thing. I'd rather just make sure that I'm alive. But this Teddiursa has like Fury Swipes on it, and if we did Fury Cutter's not going to do much. Oh, that did a lot more than what I was expecting. And I believe Fury Cutter... Oh no. Does this... Does Fury Cutter... Every time you use... I can't remember if you're forced to use it each time. I wasn't expecting to do that much damage. I think it doubles damage each time you do it. Is this really going to be the end? Because the thing is that this here... Like... Fury Cutter... I'm pretty sure Fury Cutter... Like, that was a lot of damage. I wasn't expecting it to do that much, considering we're not that far off from its level, and I need to heal this. I think this could be... This could be in the end. If it uses Fury Cutter a second time, I think that's it. Like, it depends on whether it uses it... I don't know what it's gonna do. Okay, it's gonna... Oh, and then bug... That might explain why. I think we lose. Because again, Fury Cutter would have killed my other Pokemon. Just gonna keep using Fury Cutter, isn't it? Which builds up on its strength. I don't think I have anything that's good against... It's just gonna, yeah, it's gonna keep doing... Like, my starter's about to die. Yep. Alright. Guess this is another failed run. Because a bug... Because, like, there's no way that, like, my Diglett would survive the thing, even if it's thing. Probably should have, yeah. I don't know if I'd get priority here. Could have swapped out, maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to think what I could have done, like, I was... But then, like, if I swapped out, it's like, I would have... This then would have got hit. And, like, the amount of damage we're getting done here isn't, yeah. This Teddiursa is just gonna annihilate the entire team with Fury Cutter. I was afraid of Fury Swipes, and then Fury Cutter ended up just killing it. Killing everything. I think this is it. We need to go first, and yeah, I was afraid of Fury Swipes, that's why I swapped out. And it ended up doing Fury Cutter and did a lot of damage with Fury Cutter. We actually got to go first. We're not doing a ton of damage. Okay, this Teddiursa is just gonna annihilate the entire team. I was afraid of Fury Swipes, and it's like, I would have preferred Fury Swipes over Fury Cutter, because that first Fury Cutter did so much damage that it's like, at that point, it's like, I'm... what could I have even done there? It's like, we did the exact same thing that we did in the previous run, except, this time we just got annihilated by this Teddiursa. So, it's so weird, yeah. Alright, because I was afraid. The reason I swapped out from Flacinda was because it was like, oh, well, Fury swipes at this point, since it would go first, would kill it. So I figured, okay, well, let's go and do wing attack with thing that would. And then because we took so much damage from Fury Cutter, I wasn't expecting that. Teddiursa just wiped the entire team. Alright, I guess I'm not continuing on with this thing then. Alright, that's it. Didn't even get past the first gym, that sucks. Alright, I guess we'll just go through and, like, is there anything really to go through? Because we kind of just already... everything wiped. There's not even any point in you, like, making us a thing everything got wiped by this Teddiursa. I was expecting Fury swipes, which is why I swapped out of the thing, and even then it's like it wouldn't have made any difference, because we were still not going to kill it in one shot. And I wanted to make, because I knew that I couldn't kill it in one shot, because the Fury swipes would have killed... Fury Cutter would have killed our thing. Because the amount of damage that it did on our thing, because we got a crit. Alright, I guess we'll just go over quickly what happened, and then that basically means that the next time we stream, we could start on some of our Tactica, and we'll just keep going through there at that point, and then that's it. And what else is there really to say? We picked Quaxly as the starter. I went with we ended up getting what is it? We ended up getting Diglett in the other area instead of Young Goose, which I thought was going to help, and it turned out it was. I for some reason I felt like I got a really weak Diglett, unfortunately. So I guess we'll see what happens there. And then Lechonk was the same, and then the thing was the same. And I thought we were going well with. I thought actually I was doing better with Lachinda than I was previously, because we did get some more levels up on it. But the issue is that I was already on a certain amount of health. I wanted to swap out to make sure that because if Teddiursa went first, which it did in both cases, I think. If Teddiursa went first, it would have hit Fury Cutter and killed my my thing potentially, and then it would have gone second and killed it anyway. So at that point, I would have had to let them swapped out, and then it would have been thing. So it just kept using Fury Cutter the entire way. At that point, what can you do? You need to outspeed it, which I don't think we'd be able to do. So yeah. Fortunately, that all 3 runs died. This one here died even faster than the other 2, because it died to Fury. I was expecting Fury swipes instead of. If it was Fury swipes, I would have been okay, because I would have had. If it was Fury swipes, I would have had. If it was Fury swipes, I would have been able to take potentially less damage, and then at that point do a little bit more to get closer to winning. But again, it just used Fury Cutter the whole way, and everything just died to that one section. And there's not really anything else I have to say. That's pretty much what happened. Like, we did everything as we did. So, yeah, this will be the last time I do any Nuzlocke stuff for game. I can't seem to get past the thing without grinding, and at that point, it's like, if you can't get by it without just normal play, then I feel like that's a little bit stupid, because I don't like the idea of just grinding the way all the way through everything. Considering we got through it normally within the other stuff, so I guess I'll just see how everything goes from here. But that basically means that that's our last follower incentive done. Stuff as well. So yeah. Guess that being said, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you like, comment, subscription, view on this video, get some monetization. From a content of your testimony easy to find. I put in my past Plat reacts as well as Let's Plays and Let's Plays YouTube channel, including 5x6, Sifu, Fari, Nuzlocke Remake, Octopath Traveler, Lego Skywalker Saga, Vertigo, Quest Score, Found 7 Union, Cuphead, Stray, Marvel's Avengers, Like Was Flood to the Devil and Me, Days Gone, Resident Evil Remake, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Like a Dragon Ishin, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Resident Evil 5, Dragon Traded Pokemon Scarlet, Resident Evil 6, Cover 2, Resident Evil Biohazard, Lord of Skull, 805 Forever, Squadron Combat, Shake, What's Legacy, Mirage, Effects on Remnant, let's go to this game. I'm working on a Plat passing for games I've Plat trophy for, currently doing the Quarry, which I'm getting closer to doing or more of the story stuff. It's not taking as long as me to do it, but because I'm not doing, I guess with the scheduling, right? Most of my streams are happening during the daytime for me now. During the nighttime I can work on uploads and other things and that as well. And then occasionally there might be a night stream depending on how much time I'm able to get. See how it goes. Also, I'm working on switching things up. I'm getting on the Switch on more trying to start speeding through well, along with more Aquatic Gadera speedruns and also Nuzlocke stuff. But you know, I put all those on the break for now because those are what we've already done. But it's like we'll see how it goes. Next incentive is obviously coming up when we get to that as well. I have every time YouTube channel because I have a 7-day limitation on my videos before they're permanently deleted, and will there be a separate place for people for content if they wish to do so. And you'll also get a notification bell if you're watching on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch at 100 followers. I'll be doing a live speedrun, and we're also reaching affiliate, which means I get monetization as well. Get to make a subscriber, emails, and incentives to support me in the channel going forward to the future. An extra 7 days, I'll upload my videos permanently as well, and you'll also get a notification bell if you're watching on. Follow me on Twitch, when I go live, which to add my Discord. I will send you an invite to my friends' Discord server. Close to 2,000 members, still going strong. Pentacle Games Discord starts there as well. I'm very active there, and you'll also get a notification when I go live on there as well. Finally, if you wish to know who created my stream overlay that I use for my future content going forward, you can find a link that I've uploaded to this well. Again, next lot of streams will be the Persona 5 Tactica stuff, pretty much all the way till then until we reach our next follower incentive. We've got the Game Awards coming up, but that's not until like the 9th. And like the next follower incentive's at 100, which again I have to make the guides for, but we'll do that when we reach the 100 things as well. So I look forward to those in the future, I guess. So with all that being said, rest of the day, night, wherever you all are, and I will see you later.